Hey guys, a video on the S&P. Yeah, we're gonna head into a red Monday, and I already talked about in the last video about the potential of this wave 4 now. Here 1, 2 in blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in wave 3 in blue. Excuse me, and then now wave 4 in blue with these fips that are then relevant. Okay, so I already warned about this. Then I also put this upper box here for the case that we have here got some like local price action to the upside first before doing that correction, but I don't think that's gonna happen because of what Trump has now announced. Basically that the US is now gonna close the Strait of Hormuz. So first they say, yeah, we want to open it, then now they close it. So to me it looks more and more that they don't really want to open that strait. And I think it's more a war with China, an economic war with China and Asia instead of a war with Iran, I think, because the US and Europe are not so dependent on oil and gas from the Middle East, Asia, and especially China, as Trump and the Chinese president will meet in May. Maybe this is like some kind of threat or like leverage to take with him to that meeting if he can keep that strait close, or like, I don't know. Regardless, because of this, probably we will dump, okay, tomorrow or like in the pre-market later today. Now Trump also said that the Iranians are still at the table and they can still come back and accept our offer. So this is maybe just an additional threat to force them to accept the deal, but I don't know what this deal is about. I will once they have it and once they publish it. But okay, looking at the S&P here, I think, I measured here yesterday already. This is about 1% to this point of control and the first fib, 1.3% to the next point of control, which is of the whole larger range between October and like January, February. And then below that we have the 0.38, so I think 1 to 2% maybe tomorrow, Tuesday. And then ideally we show strength here, okay? Because we still need this fifth wave to make a 5-wave move that is valid to the upside. If we don't get that, this can easily be an A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And an A, B, C. So we need to hold here and we need to make one more high, okay? I think overall, looking at this, to me this is a correction that looks complete. I'm still leaning towards upside here, and I'm still leaning towards it will make that 4 and 5 happen, okay? Additionally, we set for the Chevron chart last week that look from here we want to bounce. Okay, I had this 1-to-1 pulled from here to here, or I have to take it to here. Maybe it's better, yes, because it makes more sense. A, B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, 3, 5, and we have reached the 1-to-1. So oh my god, I was expecting a bounce here from this zone with also this range. And then I think I said also in that video that look, when this happens, the S&P can do that wave 4 correction. So I think that's gonna happen here now. This will go up tomorrow. S&P will at least start tomorrow with red candles. This one with green, and then we'll see also what oil does. I expect it to go up again. Bitcoin is really volatile today. The last few weeks it had been calm over the weekend, but now minus 3% on a Sunday. Okay, it's not dramatic. It had moved up here a lot. This can be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5 inside here. It's on very low volume, so I'm gonna need to wait for tomorrow to know what it is. But to me, this is an indication that at least the futures will open red. Okay. Oil, I'm not sure. It was really looking solid here. Move down here, back test this point of control, close below it, and then I was leaning Friday to this going down, or like hovering around here, then going down. And then for the S&P, I was more leaning towards like a slow correction, just sideways, up, down, reset a bit. Now it's gonna go fast, I think. What this then will do, I'm not sure. We have an 886 hit from the high here as well. Okay. Meaning to me that this has to be a B wave, A, B, C, not a 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now if it's an ABC, we have this target box to the downside for wave C. Okay. We should minimally reach here. But again, if it's not an ABC, and if this was the correction, and if this is now a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or something that's gonna lean more directly to the upside, I think we have to take this point of control, and that would then increase my probabilities for locally just go and take this high. Okay, still leaning towards this being an ABC, because if you want this to be a whole correction, look how short it is compared to this whole move. So I'm still leaning more towards this, but let's see. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. I don't know what exactly is also happening in the strait. Like, we don't know for sure how many ships are going through there, how many ships will go through there now that Trump has said this. But we'll see it tomorrow, and then I'll make an update with more data. For sure, expect a red start to the day here on the S&P. And that's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.